lost. I really like the striped one. Welcome to my Maine vlog. My family and I, we go up to Maine every summer for about a week. When I was little, it would be for like low-key like a month, but ever since I was 3 years old, we've been coming up to Maine every summer. So I got into Maine yesterday, and then my cousin and I, the families, we went out, met up with like my dad's cousin and his kids, so like my cousin, and we were just having a good time. We did not expect it to be so hectic. We went to Portshole, it was crazy. We get there at 8:30 p.m, absolutely packed, DJ going, like it was and we had looked this place up online prior and it seemed really chill. It didn't seem like it was gonna be crazy, and we get there and it was cuckoo bananas. Hi, say hi. Hi vlog. We're leaving Porthole. Yeah,
We're going to Amigos.
We're going to Amigos. We met some interesting characters. People are not believing we're like literal cousins by blood, and I'm just gonna.
People think we're joking.
Yeah, we're joking, and I'm like, are you racist? We have the same last name. Like, I don't know what people are like. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to Amigos. Do they have food there?
No.
Okay, cool. Because I like did not have dinner the last time I ate today.
Either.
Oh, perfect. So we're in the same boat. Our parents have left.
Yeah, everyone left us.
Everyone left. I was like, I'm rallying. I don't know about y'all, but
she put her wine down at the last part.
I didn't wait.
Pick it back up.
No, because here's the thing. I'm very much a lightweight. I'm Irish, but it just doesn't come out when it has to do with liquor or freckles. Apparently, as her grandfather pointed out, he was like, "Oh, do you have any of the freckles?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh." But anyway, such a great start to the Maine trip.
And Shayla's gonna drink more.
Yes.
We only have, oh, my phone's dead.
Oh.
We only have like 2 hours left, so she's gonna drink more.
And then I'm gonna crash at Abby's. But I'm really glad I changed out of my travel clothes, because I was like, I just have a feeling that I'm going to need to be looking a little more presentable than how I was throughout the day. And I was right. But I got so many compliments on my little denim dress, and it's from Old Navy, and people were shocked. And I was like, guys, Old Navy has fines. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But anyway, went out, got really drunk. I got drunk off of 2 glasses of wine. My tolerance is non-existent. And then I was originally going to stay at like one of my uncle and aunt's house with like the rest of like my family, but then I ended up staying out with my cousin, and we stayed out later and drank more. And I ended up crashing at her and her parents' place. So ended up being a good night. We got McDonald's, I got some fries. Took forever and a day to get to her house. I fell asleep maybe twice while waiting for it. And then we went to her room, watched Off Campus, ate our food, and fell asleep. So that was last night. And then this morning, got up. My sister drove over to me to scoop me up. Then we went to the church that my parents and my dad's uncle went to church for this morning. Grabbed my parents, and then we made our way more up north to Herman, which is where we are now at our family friend's house that we've been coming up to every summer since we were little. In like an hour and a half, I'm gonna see the new Spider-Man, thank God. Our family friend, one of their sons, was like, "Have you guys seen the new Spider-Man?" And I was like, "No." I didn't whisper, I actually was like, "No, I haven't." I started acting a little crazy, like actually like tweaking. And he was like, "Oh, well, my friends and cousins and I were gonna go see it." And I was like, I'm there. So my sister and I individually bought tickets to the showing, not sitting near anyone. That's okay. I don't care as long as I had a seat. I'm really excited to see it because I've put a time limit on my Instagram and TikTok app of 0 minutes, 0 seconds so that I won't click on it, and so then I won't see any spoilers. And I was like, I'm not going on social media until I've watched the movie, and now I'm gonna watch the movie tonight. So I'm really excited about that. And then we'll come home, we'll have dinner probably, and then we have the whole day here tomorrow in Herman. And then I think we go up to Lincoln to meet with our family, and then we're there for a couple days, and then we come back down to Portland. You can probably hear the dogs. But yeah, this is the Maine vlog. Live, love Maine, my favorite place on earth. Disney has nothing on it. Did you find anything? I'm recording.
Did I find anything?
Yeah.
I found something for my garden. Put under the planters for next year.
Uh-huh.
Thinking of next year. That's it.
That's a good haul.
I mean, they're 75 cents each. So, can't pass that up.
I found this cover up for $5. This blouse, this is $8.
Yep.
This undershirt for $1. This sweatshirt, my annual Maine sweatshirt, for $12. And then my I Break for Cowboys t-shirt.
That's gonna look so cute.
$7.
Very nice.
Very good finds.
Yes.
Martins.
I agree.
Do you want to say hi to the vlog?
Hi vlog.
We're back at Martin's, but we're not actually going in. Only Puppy's going in. My dad. Jasmine's taking a walk, probably to enjoy the nice weather. And now we're just waiting in the car for Puppy to come back. What is he even getting?
All the calendars for school.
Oh, we first stopped at Dunkin' so that Puppy could get breakfast and a coffee. First he said he was just getting an iced coffee, and then we get up to the drive-thru and he's like, can I get an iced coffee? And can I also get a sausage, egg, and cheese on an English muffin? Which, when he asked earlier about, yeah, when he was like, you guys good on food? And we were all like, fine, because we'd all eaten something or we weren't hungry. And I was like, he's hungry. It was more of him just extending the offer. But now we're on our way up to Lincoln to meet with more family. Oh, he's back. I don't see any calendars in your hand.
When you got it.
Oh no, the calendars are gone. Now we have to find Jasmine. She went for a little walkie walk. We're in Lincoln at my aunt and uncle's lake house. My family and I, we always stay in the lake house when we're here, and we just finished playing a game of sequence with my aunt and uncle and my little cousin. So that was really fun. And it's so nice out here. I am very lucky to be able to experience this literally every summer. Oh my gosh, there's a doggy. There were just some neighbors passing by, and that's what I love about the lake and like everyone having a boat, because everyone just automatically waves to you when they're out on a boat. And that boat had a doggy on, a German Shepherd. I do love Lincoln. I would never be out here in the winter because it gets so cold up here, and the snow gets pretty bad, although it hasn't been bad in the winter in a few years, but it's still like quite cold. So I wouldn't come up here in the winter, but in the summer it's perfect. And I feel very privileged to come here. But yeah, my family and I, we're gonna go to sleep. My aunt and uncle will swing by the lake house tomorrow morning at around 9. And we'll have breakfast and then we'll have our day, which I'm excited for. I think a couple more of my cousins are gonna be here. It's gonna be really fun. And my cousin's children. So it'll be really cool. But that's what's happening right now. My face looks really puffy, please ignore. I've had so many potato chips and so much wine in the last 3 days. That's what vacation's for. And that's what life's for. Honestly, I'm not gonna apologize. It's fine. Everything's fine. Feeling #blessed. But in all seriousness, I am feeling blessed. I'm gonna go inside because these flies are low-key biting me. Believe it or not, we are at another Martin's. I decided to stay in the car again for this time around, but my parents and my sister went inside. My dad is still looking for the calendars that he saw at the first Martins we went to. So hopefully he finds it this time around. One, because I just hope he does find it because he is going through all this trouble. And two, I don't know if I have another Martins trip in me for this time around. So hopefully we will not have to deal with that. But we just left the lake house and we are actually headed towards Maine, Orono, because that's where my dad went to school. And every year we come up to Maine, he always loves to go back and see what's changed and say hi to the coaches and things like that. Yeah, we will be doing that. Kind of love going there just because it is fun to go on a college campus, especially college campus of such a big school, because I went to a small school. So it's always interesting to go to a school where sports is a huge thing there. Maine Orono is a D1 school and I went to a D3 school, so people weren't super interested in the sports, also because the arts and music was a huge thing where I went to school. But yeah, it's always fun to go to a big school, and I always think about how I would have done at a big college, and I feel like I really would have liked it had I gone to like a big university. Living in Boston, I'm always like, I wish I went to school here. I wish I had gone to school in Boston, because I think it would have been a really fun city to live in when I didn't have real adult responsibilities. But yeah, that's what we're doing now. I'm just waiting for them to live their little Martin's dream, and then we'll be on our way to Maine. And honestly, while we're there, I'll probably stop and get a matcha. I've been doing good on no caffeine, but last time I went there I got a matcha, so I was like, oh, let's just run it back just for old time's sake. But it's also really funny because I feel like I had really revamped my caffeine addiction when I was in Japan, and then when I came back from Japan, for whatever reason, caffeine started to give me such bad anxiety, and I'm like, is there something different in the caffeine here and the caffeine in Japan? Is there such a difference in everything that America feeds us and has us consume? And I think the answer is yes. A little concerning. He's on the move. Showered and my face is cleansed and moisturized, and I'm having such a bad breakout, and I think it's because of how much butter I've had, because butter has dairy and I break out really badly when I have dairy. So that's not great. But right now we're at my uncle and aunt's house around the Portland area, and it's funny because neither of them are here. My aunt's on the island and my uncle's actually in Boston or something for one of his grandkids sporting something. Who knows? But they're so kind and let my family stay here even if they're not here. So kind of bummed that I won't be able to see them. Although I think my uncle comes back tomorrow. Bummed I'm not going to see my aunt though. I finished binge watching the newest season of My Life with the Walter Boys, and now I'm probably going to wash my dishes and go to sleep, and then hopefully my mom and I will go on a walk tomorrow. And then we're also going to go to a farmer's market to see my cousin who has a stand, I think. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. I love Maine, and I'm really bummed that we only have tomorrow as our last full day and then we leave, but try not to think about that. Trying to live in the moment, and yeah, I will check in tomorrow. We're on our walk. Yes, we are. Usually we do this with our aunt, but she's she's away. But we drove out here, Baxter Boulevard Park. Yeah, it's really nice out. The sun is definitely out, but yeah, we're gonna do our walk, and it's kind of a long one.
It's like a little over 2 miles.
Yeah, so not that bad actually. But we have our waters. I always bring my bag, so we'll be a-okay. Almost got lost, but we lived to tell the tale. A nice man helped and redirected us. Yeah, I was just going with it. I was like, oh, this is like something new and fun. I was not thinking about further ahead when we would have just been going like the furthest possible point away from.
So correction, this is a 3.4 mile trail. So I didn't want to add another 2 miles to the walk.
Yeah, wish that would have done that. So.
Yes.
But we're going back the right way. Also, I'm convinced I saw a shark.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it would have been a really small one. finished the walk. We did 3.8 miles and now we are on our way back to the house because we need to shower real quick and then head out to the farmer's market. This is a really good walk. It was quite hot. It was quite hot out. It wasn't unbearable. I feel like I've been in unbearable before. It wasn't unbearable.
It was just hot.
Yeah. But I feel like had it been later in the day when it's supposed to be its hottest, then it would be unbearable. Also, I thought about it more and I don't think it was a shark. I was like really going back in my memory. I don't think it was a shark, but it was some long sea creature.
Pretty large.
It was pretty large. So I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look up long sea creature that jumps out of the water, gray back, white belly.